Got some breaking news tonight on the legal front for Donald Trump, and folks, it's a doozy. Our sources are buzzing like a hornet's nest, saying Rikers Island is being prepped for a high-profile inmate. Now, we're not talking about your run-of-the-mill celebrity bad boy here. We're talking about a former president of the United States. Is this justice served on a cold plate, or is this the deep state's ultimate revenge fantasy come to life? Strap in, because the story is more twisted than a pretzel in a tornado. And now I need to bring up something, because more than ever before, we need to keep the flame of truth burning. It's been 20 months since our channel was demonetized, and now we are facing our greatest challenge. As we approach this critical election, our voice and yours is more important than ever. YouTube has demonetized us, Rumble has turned us away, but we refuse to be silenced. We need your support now, whether it's a donation, a prayer, or sharing our message. Every bit helps. Visit the Give, Send, Go link in the description, and together we can keep fighting for the truth. Let's get into this story. 13 hours ago, Alex Jones tweeting that the deep state knows no shame and they are desperate. Sources confirm that a section of Rikers Island has been prepared for President Trump. He quote tweets Tony Saruga, who states that President Trump will 100% be sentenced to prison on September 18th. I'm told the sentence will be 1 year, but we will see. The Marxist judge could change the sentencing at the last minute, but he's definitely sentencing President Trump to at least a year. The island already has special accommodations ready. This is 2 months before the election. Now, he's quote tweeting himself from August 1st, stating that multiple high-level sources have stated New York City Department of Correction is making arrangements for Donald Trump's arrival at Rikers Island in September. I took no joy in making that thumbnail, my friends. No joy at all. The point needs to be made. That's a reality that could be right around the corner. And that's a picture that they are going to plaster everywhere. Kamala's campaign, they are going to celebrate with glee and cackling if President Trump goes to prison. What will happen to the campaign? Now, I remember many months ago, a friend of mine who's close to the inner circle stated that Donald Trump said himself that he would campaign from his prison cell. That's where we are in this country. A former president, now candidate, stating that he would campaign from a prison cell. Never thought I'd see the day. Never thought I'd be reading these headlines, presenting this news. But here we are. Here we are. Let's dig a little bit deeper into this thread. Back chatter is that Marxist judge Juan Merchan will sentence President Trump to 1 year of prison on September 18th. Trump's legal team filed a letter last month seeking to challenge the former president's conviction after the Supreme Court ruled that presidents have absolute immunity from prosecution for core official acts. The Manhattan District Attorney Office on Tuesday agreed the sentencing should be delayed. Quote, although we believe the defendant's arguments to be without merit, we do not oppose his request for leave to file and his putative request to adjourn sentencing pending determination of his motion. We respectfully request a deadline of July 24th, 2 weeks after defendant's requested deadline to file and serve a response. That's what the DA said in a letter Tuesday. Now, this post is from early August. The former president's lawyers argued that the ruling confirmed their position that Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg should not have been allowed to offer evidence at the trial regarding Trump's official acts, and as a result, the jury's guilty verdict should be set aside. So basically, the argument is that some of the evidence that was presented during that case was during the course of President Trump's official actions. and therefore should not have been included as evidence, therefore throw the whole thing out. Will Scharf, an attorney who represents Trump in the immunity case, told CNN in June the high court's ruling absolutely impacts the hush money case. This is 100% fact. They are preparing special accommodations simply described as a room. This is not acceptable. When are the people going to wake up? The enemy has been identified. Now, what is America prepared to do about it? He goes on to write the shadow government, unconstitutional power. And he goes on to detail CIA, CFR, MSM, FISA, NSA, Silicon Valley, JSOC, DNI, Five Eyes, GCHQ. List goes on and on. All the alphabet soup agencies. The system behind the government, unelected bureaucrats with zero accountability, the Federal Reserve, private company, not the government, the Treasury, Wall Street, foreign lobbyists, military-industrial complex lobbyists, actual military-industrial complex, military-industrial congressional complex itself, World Bank, IMF. It's all part of their plan. Because Donald Trump threatens that game, threatens the racket in D.C. They cannot afford to have him become president. And having him don an orange jumpsuit is exactly the image that they want America to see. They want you to think he's a convicted felon. They want to make it very difficult for him to campaign. We have to stand firm no matter what happens. And if he is sentenced, I believe that Donald Trump will respect the law. And he will go to Rikers Island. He'll show up there. And he'll figure out a way. And remember, he will only grow stronger. Every action that they take against him has backfired every single time. The hand of God is upon this man. I remember that prophecy that was made. Remember that the one pastor who said he saw Trump get shot in the ear and fall to the ground. He also said there would be a massive economic turmoil, but he also said Trump would win. The DNC is just around the corner. Expect a lot of chaos. 100,000 protesters getting ready to turn that city upside down. September 18th, right around the corner. And they're calling right now that they're making the preparations. Sources are reporting in the mayor's office that the Department of Corrections for New York are preparing Rikers Island. So, not much more I can get into on that. But this is what we know. And this is where we need to stand firm in supporting our president, Donald J. Trump, in this moment. Whatever happens, like I said, he'll probably go right to that prison, just like Steve Bannon did. And it will be a spectacle, a sight to behold. And it will be a turning point in this country. That America will have truly fallen. Truly and officially become a banana republic. It's all been rhetoric before. You've seen the posts, you've seen the tweets, Don Jr., Donald Trump Sr., everyone, I've said it 100 times, a banana republic. But when that happens, mark my words, that will be the turning point day. Now, I hope that this judge sees the light. I hope that this judge recognizes his folly. And he puts the country above his politics. But these days, the knives are out so bad for this man that the deep state, the entrenched bureaucrats, they are circling the wagons to do whatever they can. And they've been doing it since he was elected in 2016. So I don't have much faith in that this judge is going to do the right thing, but he may. Maybe he'll grow a conscience and say, you know what, this is not really good optics for the United States. Imagine what world leaders are thinking when they would see that moment. They're going to say America has fallen. But we must rise above this moment and pray that it does not happen, that these sources are wrong. Pray that this judge does the right thing and makes sure that nothing happens. That Trump can go and do his debates with Kamala. He can continue his campaign unimpeded and return to the White House, where he belongs, to make America great again. Because remember, folks, in America, we are innocent until proven guilty. But in the court of public opinion, the verdict, it might already be in. This is not just about Trump. It is about the very foundation of our justice system. Are we witnessing the death throes of equal justice under the law, or is this system working as intended? Keep your eyes peeled, your ears open, because this story is far from over. The battle for America's soul is raging, and Rikers Island might just be its newest battleground.